foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the ground, it's Payne. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Horned Frogs look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Go up top on 1st down. Let's it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, TCU.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. An 84-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's talk about Alabama. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion, and right now they're in the mix, which is really...
There he goes! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematic.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offense...
Turning it on! There he goes! Chopped out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic.
Oh, out of space. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Miami. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the ground with the back. It's Hoover trying to beat the D deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
They'll run it from the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Facing fourth down as we open play here in the second quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's it, 5. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need 6s.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback keeps it, and they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Back to pass, it's Russell. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. moving quickly to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They believe they can run right here. Finds a little space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Unloads it left. Got his man. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Horned Frog! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Keeping his eyes downfield. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just try to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense is choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
To the air, it's Russell. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. together a productive drive late in the half. On the move, it's Payne. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Right back to the well. The Horned Frogs have enough for the first down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Give to the single back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Going for it all. Snags it inside the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. In the red zone, it's Payne. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Situations, you cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Utah is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Utes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The offense changing the play. Using his feet. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On third and long, try to convert through the air. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this third quarter with a run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive, he can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. to throw it again. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Extending the play. Fires on the move. He's got it. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Grab behind the line. It's Horton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quarterback will keep it. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. They go to the ground. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game. You've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Got just a quick pass. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked it down so quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Bring in the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. From the gun, give on the inside. He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Russell. Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for room, it's Payne. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I think out routes are solely about timing because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Gonna look downfield again. A little screen to the running back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it.
Touchdown time! And with that, they move out front for the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Here's the handoff. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He leaves it with the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
This running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they...
He's going to fire deep. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Trying to take it back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to throw, it's Russell. The sweep feet buy a little time. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it down at the 34.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost it.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. This is a designed run. Runs through the tackle.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bama. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th-quarter lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Payne. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires left. It's caught downfield. He's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the two to make it a field goal game. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just not one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.